Namaste! We are now in Monserrate, a hill that rises more than 3,000 meters above sea level. This remarkable place is located in Bogotá, Colombia. Colombia is the land of coffee, the paradise of flowers, music, and the cradle of magical realism.
This mystical hill was considered sacred to the Muisca peoples, who inhabited these lands in the pre-Columbian era before the arrival of the Spanish. The Muiscas called this location Huillisha Casha, meaning grandmother's foot. Next to is another hill, Guadalupe, called by the Muiscas Huillisha Huixica, meaning grandfather's foot. This duality embodied for the Muiscas, the dual conception of the universe. These two emblematic hills of the Bogotá Plateau represented for the Muiscas a special reference in their lives. They had a high spiritual and energetic component and were decisive for the use of their calendars. The Muiscas had a profound knowledge of astronomy, and they discovered between these two hills a point of convergence, with which, during the solstices and equinoxes, they measured the duration of the day and night with accurate precision and could mark the cycles of time. Quite useful information for their planting and harvest.
Here, in this magical place, we have decided to launch this meaningful project and make this dream a reality. I am Mauricio Chavez, a human being who believes in constructive dialogue and in the harmonious resolution of conflicts. I'm an enthusiastic fan of peaceful dispute resolution and a mediator out of conviction.
I'm a traveler, and in my trips, I've had the opportunity to interact with multiple cultures, and from there, I have learned to respect this virtuous cultural diversity, and I have come to the conclusion that there are no good or bad human beings. There are only circumstances, environments, and moments.
Why Mauriciomedi8? Firstly, since this is a dream come true, and that will justify everything. We believe in fulfilling our dreams. Never ever leave your dreams to your pillow. Even if you fail, or if you think that you may fail in the attempt. Never trying a dream will be in vain. Secondly, for the reason that we would like to find stories about how human beings overcome their disputes, which means mediation. Some people would say that this idea is too romantic, spreading the idea of mediation around the world. But that is not a valid reason for abandoning this dream. And thirdly, since this is a pretext to carry on traveling and keep on interacting with different cultures around the world. What is the proposal of Mauriciomedi8? In this space, we are going to communicate stories or experiences about mediation, negotiation, case study analysis, trying to find out what went wrong or what went right. Then we will see where this amazing journey takes us. Now is your proposal. Please do let us know your suggestions for new topics.
Conflict is natural to human beings in society, but we cannot live our whole lives in conflict, or at least not placidly. Therefore, from our point of view, there are several ways to manage conflicts. First of all, the regressive one, violence. Violence may allow us to liquidate the conflict, but only temporarily, since violence is never sustainable. It is revengeful, always looking for retaliation. When we end a conflict using this primitive way, later, when circumstances change, the conflict will return, but with greater intensity and virulence. Secondly, the civilized manner, mediation. Mediation and constructive dialogue. Although it's not perfect, like nothing in this world, it is the one that can give us the most sense of harmony and tranquility. And lastly, the last alternative, which is allowing other people solving our conflicts. If neither of these two previous ways work for us, then we must leave the solution to unknown third parties, like whom? A judge, an arbitrator, or any other person who is going to solve a particular and concrete situation, but only from a legal perspective. However, they will never be able to solve the essence of the matter, and this will leave us with a permanent disappointment and distaste. In this sense, we believe that mediation is the only way to manage and evolve in a situation of difference and overcome controversies with two clear, convincing results. First of all, overcoming the controversy in a harmonious way. And secondly, and one of the most important, is ceasing the emotional, physical, economic wear, losing time, and stopping other setbacks that a dispute entails. There is no other way than mediation, or at least no other way to give us back the calm and the energy that a conflict takes away from us every second. Our scope is international. The idea of mauriciomedi8 was conceived in Asia. Thus, we owe ourselves to this beautiful region. Years later, we began to make a solid presence in Europe, where we have put down deep roots. More recently, we have moved to North America, where we have also collected important mediation stories. Obviously, our Latin origins have taken us through Central and South America. Just as the conflict knows no borders, neither do the solution to this, nor the mediation have geographical limits. Therefore, we will continue to explore new destinations, always looking for stories of solved controversies and learnings about mediation that we are eager to share with you under a fair vision of conflict resolution.
Some reflections. Our vision will be, before anything, neutral, amicable, and peaceful. We won't take anything for granted. We won't establish immovable positions. However, we will be providing some useful elements and useful information in order to you draw your own personal conclusions. Our topics will be related to political, economic, or cultural aspects, and so on. Nevertheless, those won't be the essence of this space, since behind any proposed idea will be a story, successful or unsuccessful, about mediation. The finest sunlight or moonlight, wherever you are on this lovely planet.